Bortle here with a fellow that made top four in a case tournament post battle chaos with Dragon Link spoiler. His list is right here. Please introduce yourself to the world, man.
Hi, my name is Chandler Morrow. I've been on this channel for a few times. Top pretty consistently when it comes to these case tournaments ever since.
Nice, and this is post battle chaos and post Grand Creators, obviously. Man, so this deck's pretty nice. 50 card pile right here. What made you decide to throw the adventures in here, man?
Reading these cards are just insane. Like we see like over the OCG. I decided to play Dragon Link. It was a deck I was very comfortable with, and with the most recent ban list, banning of Protos, they definitely made this deck viable again and given us back Destrudo and Fairy Tale Snow.
Before we start the actual deck profile, man, would you like to do some shoutouts?
Oh, of course. Shout out to Gigabyte Gaming Cafe where they held the tournament. Everything was ran smoothly. Definitely shout out to that store. I'm excited. Hopefully they do more events in the future. Shout out to my team, Team Net. We have a store over in Morrow, Georgia, and we took 3 out of the 4 top 4 spots, and then on top of over half the top 8 spots. So right now, they started around the time COVID. They opened up, and they've just been kind of plowing through it all. And we're definitely excited for more real life events to come back and really show us, because we all have people on our team that had pretty previous accomplishments. To my boy Casey Martin. He's the one who gave me kind of like the generalized idea, this like a skeleton of this deck, including for the Brave Engine stuff. Definitely shout out to him, but I kind of like made some changes to it. Shout out to my boy Julian, who just got 16 the most recent YCS, the remote duel one this past weekend. I'm proud of him, getting his 3rd career top. And shout out to my girlfriend.
On that note, please take it with the rest of your deck profile, man.
2 Apsa Router. I was originally playing 3, but I found out it was being a lot more foggy. And then for the Rocket package was definitely like the 2 Router, 3 Tracers, the 1 Synchron, and the 1 Recharger. I just utilized Tracer over 3 Tracer over 2 Synchron because of the fact that like Tracer is the card that gets your engine started and lets you get a lot of your planes going in the Dragon. My hand traps I played in the deck were 3 Lancia, 3 Gamma, 2 Skullmeister. Big advocate on Skullmeister this past weekend. My friends were really heavily into like Ghost Bell, but I saw looking into a lot of the cards this format, and a lot of the cards that Skullmeister hit, Ghost Bell also that Ghost Bell hits, Skullmeister can also hit, and it utilizes on top of the attributes which each of these hand traps are either light or dark, so you can either hit them off the ruler, or if you need to pitch it off Chaos Space. And then played the 2 babies, of course. And then my only real normal summon of the deck was the 3 black metals. Generally didn't really care for Starlight Safer. That was the only other one I ever considered playing. The graveyard effect, but like the normal summon effect to like tribute to add one of the babies just never really came up because of the incorporation of the Brave Engine. And it was the only normal summon of the deck like that didn't really get hit by that, or Tracer. I played the 1 Levianeer. I've seen a lot of builds recently, not really like following into this card right now, but I still just think the card is insane. Of course, like I said, the Destrudo and the 1 Fairy Tale Snow. The Snow is part of the Red Rose combo, which is insane right now. Another extender I play on top was the best one. It was Knock Division. Knock Division does just like generally it's a lot of advantage, especially, and then sometimes the graveyard effect can come up. Card was the Brotar Red Rose package. I played the 1 Red Rose and the Roxy Rose Dragon with the Basil Rose Shoot in it. That combo is just kind of insane right now. I do kind of have that Red Rose combo like a lot of the other decks right now. Also, on top of this deck, being able to utilize them as either being dragons and on top of it being tuners. And then the Darkness Metal, of course, is cards. Even with the Errata, I still think it's like an insane card. Played the Brave package, the 1 Griffin Rider and 3 Enchantress, and it was 35 monsters. And then onto the spells, I played a triple Chaos Base, triple Quick Launch, and then of course the 3 Rights. Those are like all the 3 ofs. For more of the lines, the bricks of the deck was Adventure and Boot Sector, and even Boot Sector now is not too much of a break. Even the Draco Bat. More lines of the spells, the 1 Draco Bat, the 1 Ravine, the Adventure, and a Foolish. Foolish was definitely like a very strong card. Being the fact that I can either dump Router immediately or Destrudo just extending, or sometimes if I open the baby, immediately put the correct attribute in the grave to start my plays. Yeah, the main deck was 50. The 10 extra cards, realistically, for this deck was definitely the 9 adventure cards plus the foolish.
You were pretty much 10 cards away for the 60 count. Were there any other cards that you kind of maybe wished you played or threw in?
I originally was playing 60 cards in this deck, but I took some cards out. It was more like the other cards that I was playing was like Ghost Ogre. I played a triple Ghost Ogre, triple emergency teleport. I think a third gold monster, like another hand trap, and then like the third router. I want to say that was it. That was like the 10 cards I was originally playing over it, but didn't really see it was a necessary cause kind of thing. The Ogre was probably the only other card that I would kind of wanted to play just because it's a very strong card right now, with everyone again playing the Brave stuff for Adventurer or the Griffin Rider. I didn't want to take anything else out. The only other thing I was also like kind of considering was cutting a Tracer for a Synchron and just playing the double. But a lot of times, like in testing with this deck, their Tracer would come up because that's one less card you have to search.
Would you like to run down the extra deck?
Played the one Baron for, again, like I said, I played the Red Rose combo. It's very easy in this deck with the factor of playing the Red Rose package. Boil Savage, Chaos Ruler. This card is one of the best level 8 Synchros I've ever run in my life. Like, and I've been playing this game for a long time. Just generate like digging 5 cards deeper into your deck and picking one of them, putting the rest in grave. It's just insane. Also, it recurs itself. The one hot red, the riser again for the red rose combo. Those are all my synchros. Links, I played the one access code. It was the only Link 4 I played. I was originally playing Boral Sword in the deck, but I had to make cuts. Like, this extra deck is very, very tight now because I wanted to play still Boral Sword. I wanted to play the Dark Charmer because the card's insane with stealing DPs, with everything of that. But I had to make some cuts. The one Hawk, of course, for the combo. Romulus, Guard Dragon Pisty, Heretics Heavenly Spheres, one IP Masquerena, one Nightmare Unicorn, Quad Boral, the one Striker Dragon, the one Triple Burst Dragon.
Would you like to, I guess, run down the side deck? And I see you have the Scarlet there. I'm guessing it's for like maybe time purposes.
There for time purposes, 100%. But surprisingly, it was the one time I've never really had to use it at all. The only going second cards I cited was 3 Droll Unlocks, 3 droplets for like the going second combo deck. Droll just generally hits everything because I played this card over Nid because everything kind of just stopped the beer right now. With everyone playing the Brave package because it requires you to open a hand trap itself and another hand trap, either Ogre or Gamma. Can't is asking for a lot, but instead of like Droll Unlock, you can generally hit them with once they activate either the Enchantress or they activate the Adventure to add the Rider. Then they have to either play like make a very suboptimal board because outside of that, like all the boards kind of are similar. And then the only other card that's like, and I think it's a mandatory card right now, is Droplets, just because of like sight. And then for the back row matchups, I cited the 2 Cosmics, 2 Lightning Storms, and like Feather Duster, Reboot, Pinkertops. This is the only thing, that was like the only deck I kind of figured was like Eldritch, the very controlling matchups. And the only card I cited for really going first against most decks, at least the combo decks, was just the one Quackmere Drago. Insane against like PK, Invoke, or like all those kind of decks that are playing right now. It's really good in the mirror match, I thought, and no one really expects it coming. Plus, I have a very cute interaction you can do with this deck because of Fairy Tale Snow and Ball. Kind of can seal the deal a lot, even if you get like Dark Ruler. Say they Dark Ruler you or anything like that. You just wait till they normal summon a monster. On summon, you go activate Ball, contributing its cost, and then chain Fairy Tale Snow, banish 7 to special summon itself. And then in a new Chain Link, Ball will trigger a Chain Link 1 because it's a mandatory effect. And then Chain Link 2, Fairy Tale Snow will target a monster on their side of the field and book it, and then you summon the Drago. And then they're kind of just locked because they've used their one summon.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, that happened a few times, and they're just kind of just shrugged off. They're like, wow. I was like, yeah.
Hey, are you psyched for that new Dragon Fusion coming out?
Oh god, that's when I definitely put this deck down.
Oh man.
Sure. Oh man, like that card is insane. But like, definitely coming in the next month. I know the the game will change a little bit with the new Despia cards. I know that's for sure.
Dude, until then, keep grinding away at locals with this dragon deck, man. And thanks again for being on the channel, man.
Okay, of course.
And listeners, if you're not a part of Bortle Nation, stuff from Bortle, it's that free and easy. Oh god, yes.
Definitely.
Bortle out.